Join us as we uncover the stories behind every game-changing moment with Bill Velasco. Get ready to dive into the heart of sports because it's time for your favorite sports step into the spotlight.
Isang napakagandang umaga po sa inyo lahat mga kaibigan at tagapakinig dito sa Hardball with Bill Velasco. Maraming salamat at sinamahan niyo ako muli. Ngayon po ay napaka-espesyal na programa na inihanda namin para sa inyo. We have an exclusive interview with Jimmy Alapag, who is now an assistant coach in the NBA with the Sacramento Kings. At hindi lamang po yan, meron pa tayong interview sa kauna-unahang grandmaster sa chess sa buong Asia at ang kauna-unahang professional chess player sa Pilipinas, si Eugene Torre. Kaya bago ang lahat, maging bahagi ng usap-usapan at talakayan dito, magpadala ng inyong mga comments o mga katanungan sa aming mga social media accounts. Unang-una sa lahat, Facebook, DWAN 1206 AM, sa YouTube at DWAN.1206 AM, sa X at DWAN 1206 AM _ sa TikTok at Instagram at DWAN 1206 AM.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Right, ratsadahin na natin ang mga balita mga kaibigan. Unahin na natin siyempre ang mga balitang sports para sa araw nito. Sasabak na ang ating mga pambato sa 2024 Paris Paralympic Games. Lumipad na patungong Paris ang 6-man National Paralympic Team para ipagpatuloy ang kanilang preparasyon sa kanilang mga laro mula August 28 hanggang September 8. Pinangungunahan ng ating mga para-swimmer na si Ernie Gawilan ang team kasama sina Angel Autumn na isa ring para-swimmer, wheelchair racer na si Gerald Mangliwan, ang javelin thrower na si Sandy Asusano, ang taekwondo jin na si Alain Ganapin at ang para-archer na si Agustina Bantilok.
You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Sa mga susunod na araw po, itatalakayin natin ang isang issue na lulubog-lilitaw na pinaglalaban ng ilang sektor na bakit daw ang kinikita ng mga na-insentibo ng mga para-athletes ay kalahati lamang ng kinikita ng mga normal na athlete. Abangan niyo yan sa mga susunod na araw.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Samantala, nagpahayag naman ng pagkalugod si EJ Obiena kaugnay sa mga mensaheng positibo para sa kanya matapos ang Paris Olympics. Sa Instagram post niya, sinabi ni Obiena na labis-labis ang kanyang pasasalamat sa lahat ng sumuporta at nagmamahal sa kanya sa Pilipinas. Dagdag pa ng atleta, bagamat hindi naging sapat ang kanyang performance para makapag-uwi ng medalya mula sa Paris Olympics, hindi ito susuko sa kanyang kakayahan. Ngayon naman ay nagbabalik na siya sa training sa Italy para sa mga susunod niyang laban at sisiguraduhin niyang magiging proud ang bansa para sa kanya.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Alam niyo yun ang kagandahan po kay EJ Obiena. Talagang hindi po siya nagmamaktol, hindi po siya nagtatantrum at tanaw pa rin niya ang pasasalamat para sa mga kababayan na sumuporta sa kanya. Dahil alam naman natin na talagang he gave his best at ganun talaga sa Olympic level. Minsan kinakapos talaga ang ating mga atleta.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Nagpahayag din ng pasasalamat si Bianca Pagdanganan sa kanyang Instagram post. Malaking karangalan daw para sa atleta na irepresenta ang Pilipinas at maging miyembro ng Centennial Olympic Team. Nagpasalamat siya sa lahat ng sumuporta at nagdasal para sa kanyang laban sa Olympic Games. Kinapos man ng isang stroke, buong puso pa rin lumaban si Pagdanganan hanggang sa dulo. Anya, lagit-lagi para sa bayan.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Pag ganun talaga ang atleta, hindi sasama ang loob natin sa pagsusuporta sa kanila dahil nakikita naman natin na pagsusumikap nila, ang pagiging humble nila, talagang mapagkumbaba ang mga atleta natin at napakaganda po niyan dahil yun ang masasabi nating values natin bilang mga Pilipino.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Nagaganap bawat 4 na taon ang Olympic Games at ito ang pinakihihintay na pandaigdigang sporting event. Habang hindi nakadadalo ang mga fans para panoorin ang Paris Olympics ng live, ibang klaseng sportsmanship naman ang pinakita ng Pilipinas at Brazil. Todo suporta kasi ang magkabilang bansa sa tuwing may mananalo silang atleta. Kinatuwa naman ito ng marami at binansagan ang mga Pilipinos na primos at ang Brazil na pinsan. Na ang ibig sabihin ay magpipinsan nga. Ang primos po primo po ay Spanish, no? At ang salita sa Brazil ay Portuguese na may pagkakahawig yung dalawang wika. Nagsimula ito ng manalo ng gintong medalya si Carlos Yulo at isang Brazilian ang nagpost sa X na ang panalo ng Pilipino ay panalo rin ng Brazil dahil magpinsan umano ang dalawang bansa. Nagpatuloy din naman ng mga ganitong uri ng post sa X na tunay nga namang nagpakita ng mabuting ugnayan ng tinaguriang Brazilians.
You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Alam po ninyo, tanyag na sa buong mundo ang mga fan ng Brazil dahil talagang selebrasyon pag nandyan sila. Sabay-sabay sila, malalaking grupong nanonood ng mga international sporting events, lalong-lalo na ang Olympics. At tapos nakasuot sila ng mga naka-tie-dye na mga t-shirt na green and yellow, nagsusuot ng face paint, nagdadala pa ng mga tambol at nag-iingay dahil para sa kanila selebrasyon, no? Ang Olympic Games. Sa katunayan nga ng mga nakaraang dekada, meron silang isang medyo malusog o mataba na fan na tinawag na Bola 7 kasi mukha siya daw 7 ball sa billiards. At siya yung nangunguna sa pag-cheer ng mga Brazilian. Hindi lamang para sa kanila, pero sa mga ibang bansa at ibang atleta na parang inaangkin nila na kaibigan nila o sa kasong ito, mga primo o kamag-anak nila. Kaya masaya palaging kasama ang mga taga-Brazil. Sabi nga, they know how to party.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Hindi lang sa gintong medalya mula sa Paris Olympics magpapasiklab si Kevin Durant dahil ang two-time NBA champion ay isang minority investor sa French football club na Paris Saint-Germain o PSG. Ito ang kauna-unahang pagpasok ni Durant sa mundo ng European football. Pinahayag ni Durant ang kanyang pamumuhunan sa pamamagitan ng boardroom na kanyang media at entertainment business. Bagamat hindi pa sigurado ang kanyang porsyento sa ownership ng koponan, palalakasin nito ang profile ng PSG, partikular sa paghahanda nito sa 2025 FIFA Club World Cup na gaganapin sa Estados Unidos.
You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Ang ibig po sabihin nito ay bumili siya ng share, no, ng kapraso ng koponan at malaking bagay po ito para sa isang Amerikanong basketball player dahil alam naman natin sa Europe ang football ang parang relihiyon nila, no? Hindi masyadong matanyag sa basketball. Sikat na ang basketball sa kanila pero unang love talaga nila, unang sport na minamahal nila ay ang football. Kaya para sa isang Amerikanong atleta, ang tawag po yan, pagiging visionary dahil mangunguna si Durant na maging part owner ng isang football team. Gaya po ng artistang si Ryan Reynolds, si Deadpool, meron po siyang biniling isang maliit na European football team at ito'y nasa isang documentary. Sa katunayan, yung Wrexham o WREXHAM ay ang koponan ni Ryan Reynolds at ito'y kanyang pinagmamalaki na mula sa kulela at naging kampiyon po ang koponan na yon. Kaya makikita natin yung impluensya ni Kevin Durant. Tama-tama, magkakaroon po ng Club World Championship sa Estados Unidos kung saan pasimula pa lang na kinikilala ang football. Kaya abangan po natin yan dahil malaking development yan para sa sport ng football, hindi lang sa Estados Unidos, kundi sa Europa na rin.
You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Sa pagbabalik ng ating programa, exclusive interview with Jimmy Alapag of the NBA, Assistant Coach, Player Development Coach ng Sacramento Kings. Abangan niyo yan sa pagbabalik ng
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Meron akong tanong. Yung po bang patilya niya dito, hindi niya pinapagupit? Haba ganun O, tinitrim niya.
Trim lang po kasi ang natatandaan kong pinakamatagal na gupit niya, mga 11 days. Kaya pag pinagpag ko sa side, wala akong makita ang buhok.
Abangan ngayong Martes, August 20 na, 8 p.m. ang dokumentaryo ng Hari, The Legacy of FPJ. Dito lang sa nag-iisang DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio.
Samahan niyo ako, ang inyong pambansang pantanggal-umay, kaka Mark Logan, na maghahatid ng tawanan, kulitan, at positive vibes lang. Kalogan, 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 kalogan. Narito na ang inaabangang kalogan sa radyo, dito lang sa The 1206 AM. The future of AM radio, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas.
Do you ever wonder how compassion meets governance? Join Senator Francis Tolentino for Morning Chill, where legislation meets compassion. Tune in every weekday from 9 to 10 a.m. here on DWAN 1206 AM, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas. Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Ngayon naman, pinagmamalaki po ng ating programa dahil bihirang-bihira at napakahirap po hagilapin itong taong ito at patuloy pa rin nagdadala ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Alam po ninyo sa NBA, tatatlo lang ang Pilipino na may coaching or staff position sa mga NBA teams. At isa dito ay matagal na nating kaibigan at talagang hinintay natin ng ilang linggo para makausap natin exclusively from Sacramento, California. Walang iba kundi si Jimmy Alapag. All right, let's talk a little bit about your journey, Jimmy. What prompted the decision to go back to America?
Well, Bill, back in 2020 when the pandemic hit, I felt like it was a decision for our family. One, to be closer to family, to be closer to my parents. LJ's mom is also here. And also for our kids, during that time, kids weren't allowed to be outside, and at the time we had 3, now we have 4. And I just didn't want them to have to, experience what was going on in Manila with the pandemic. And so that was a big part of the decision. And because at the time there was obviously no sports at any level, from grade school, high school, college, and especially at the professional level. So I was already retired. I was coaching, but with no opportunities in sports, I felt, well, hey, if we do go back to the States to be close to the family, it may be an opportunity to try to take a shot and get to the NBA. And I mean, it was a huge risk, but again, God's timing and God's plan for myself and the family, has got us here to Sacramento.
What was the plan professionally? Did you have any leads to begin with?
So the only lead that I had, Bill, at the time, my old high school coach, who's now been a junior college coach here in California for over 20 years. He's had an amazing coaching career at the junior college level. He had reached out before we had left and said, hey, if you're interested, there is a spot open on my staff if you want to coach together with me. And so that was really the only lead. But to be honest, Bill, you know, the vision and the hope was always to try to hopefully get an opportunity to be in the NBA. And thankfully, during my second year coaching Alab in the ABL, after we lost, that summer I had a chance to do basically an internship with the Kings. I had reached out to Vlade Divac at the time, and he invited me here to Sacramento to spend the summer with the team. So I did the California Classic here in Sacramento, and then I traveled with the team to Vegas. So I was here about 7 weeks. And I remember the first time that I went to Golden One and met Vlade. He brought me down to the court, and Coach Bobby Jackson was on the court. And I remember he introduced us, and he said, "Hey, Bobby, you know, this is my good friend Jimmy from the Philippines. Take care of him. He's gonna be with you the entire summer. If you guys need anything, reach out to me." And so, honestly, Bill, the entire 7 weeks that I was here, and this was, my goodness, this was 2018. You know, Coach Bobby and I were together every day. But when we decided to move back in 2020, we had spoken. He said, "Hey, it looks like I'm going to be the head coach of our G League team. If you'd be interested to come up here to Sacramento and be on my staff." And of course, I jumped on the opportunity, and that kind of got the ball rolling. So the 2 years that I was there with Stockton, I handled all the offensive duties together with doing player development. So that's one of the advantages, Bill, of being in the G League, is that you really get a chance to do different things that'll help you prepare to coach, you know, in some capacity in the NBA. I was doing scouting. I was doing for the opposing teams. The other lead assistant and I, we were basically taking turns doing personnel. So we'd watch film either, you know, the day of a game or maybe, you know, just before the game starts, and also just communicating with Coach Bobby during the actual game, as far as, you know, what we're running, what's working, what's not working. But again, it was an amazing experience, because it allowed me to see how it all worked. And I felt like it helped prepare me to get a chance to move up to the Kings at some point.
So how did that happen? What was the evolution from Stockton to Sacramento Kings?
So the evolution, I was with the team for 2 years. Our second season, we're the number one team in the G League. We lost in the semifinals. Bill, in the G League, when the playoffs start, it's almost like the NCAA tournament. It's just one game. So we were the number one seed. We lost by 1 at home in the semifinals. My second year, which was tough. Had a couple of chances to win it, and the ball just didn't drop, and it happens sometimes. But really good team. A bunch of great guys. But after that season, Coach Bobby took a job with the 76ers to be the second assistant to Nick Nurse. Probably a few weeks after Coach Bobby had left for Philadelphia, I had a conversation with Coach Brown, and he wanted me to start working with Davion Mitchell. It was an amazing summer, Bill. I was only in Vegas for about 3 days for Summer League with Davion. We went to LA, Costa Rica, Spain, back to Sacramento. We went to Texas to his alum at Baylor University down there in Waco. We just traveled all around, but got a chance to spend a lot of time with Davion and build a relationship with him. And we were in Costa Rica, and he was down there for vacation, but we were still waking up every morning, probably around this time, and getting to the gym around 6 a.m. and getting our work in so that we were done probably by 10, and then we would just go have lunch and just kind of hang out during the day. And, the best part, Bill, aside from getting an opportunity to move up to the Kings, was hearing it from a coach who's got 30 years of NBA experience and all that he's learned and all that he's accomplished. To hear from him that he trusted me enough to join his staff meant a lot. And so it's been a blessing. Last season, fell a little short from where we wanted to be, but excited to get going again this year.
All right. What do you bring to the table? What do you think it was that they saw in you?
But I try to take all the experiences that I learned with the national team with Gilas, my PBA career, and whatever I could try to help the guys that I'm working with. When I'm watching film and trying to break down certain things of what they're doing well, or some things that I think that they can improve on based on our principles on offense and defense. And just let the guys know that I'm here to help. I'm here to help, and I'm here to contribute to helping the team and the organization win. And that's been my approach from day one. And I think, Coach Brown and the staff, understand that I'm doing whatever I can to help the team and organization. And so, again, it was just great to get the blessing from a coach who has so much experience.
How mind-blowing was it to be at first day of practice with the Sacramento Kings?
Oh, man. I mean, honestly, Bill, it still feels like that now, and it's been a year. The type of talent that is on the court, and you have the best seat in the house to be around these guys and to see how they work and to be a part of helping them. Again, it's been an amazing experience so far, and again, just really looking forward to the upcoming season.
How do you get these NBA players to listen to you? I mean, you literally came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure some of them don't know much about basketball in the Philippines. How do you get them to pay attention to what you're telling them?
Bill, again, I always come from a perspective of understanding that I never played in the NBA. So I can't say, well, hey guys, back when I played,
Yeah.
it doesn't apply because I've never been on an NBA court. But I think it's number one, building relationships with the guys, and just being in the gym with them every day and helping them understand that, hey, I'm on staff, and obviously Coach Brown and the staff trust in my ability to be here and to be a part of the team, the organization. And then from there, when I make suggestions, I'll always say, well, hey, this is what I see. What do you think? I think this could help you, but I'm never coming from the perspective of, hey, you need to do this. Little details, Bill, that I feel will help them. But again, it's always coming from a respectful perspective, and again, those guys I think have gotten to know me now and understand, hey, I'm here to help, and it's cool too. I think social media does have its advantages, and so the guys would joke around after the first couple weeks that I'd met most of them. They said, hey, Coach, you're on Instagram, and they see, oh, why do you have 200 something thousand people, and they'll kind of do their own research and see that I played a little bit, and I had some success when I played back home and for our national team, and so I think from there it's like, well, hey, all right, well, Coach Jimmy's here, and he did his thing when he played overseas, and now he's here trying to help us, and so it's been great since last year to build that type of relationship with the guys and earn their respect. Together with the staff, and Bill, there aren't too many Filipinos in the NBA, especially as coaches. There's only Coach Spo, and there's another young coach, Pete Fusilero, who's with the Wizards. But outside the three of us, it's pretty slim. So I take the responsibility of being in the NBA and being here with the Kings, very seriously, and I take pride in doing my part to help, and hopefully, blazing a trail for the next coach who may want, this opportunity that I have now.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Gilas now. They almost made it into the Olympics. What was your thought on the campaign in the last OQ?
No, Bill, even though I've been, my goodness, I've been gone now, coming next month it'll be 4 years since the family and I moved back, but I've still kept in touch with what's happening back in Manila, especially with the PBA and Gilas. And I mean, it was great to see them on that stage, in Latvia, which is never easy when you're playing on the road internationally. And for those guys to come out and play the way that they did, I mean, it was, I was super proud watching. And for me, Bill, I just feel like it's great because it kind of gets us back to, I feel, back in 2014 when we left Spain, and there was such a strong momentum with our team because we played at a high level on the international stage, and I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes to, wow, the Philippines, like, those guys can play. They not only play, but they play the right way. And so I think it not only gave Filipinos a reason to be proud of the national team, but I think it opened up the basketball world's eyes that, hey, in a basketball loving country that like has an extreme love and passion for basketball, like, those guys can play. And so that was my feeling for our team back in 2014. And I feel like now with this team and what's happened, the last couple of years, I think, the national team has shown, I think the potential to have the success that we had. And so, going to Latvia and winning that game and giving themselves a chance to qualify for the Olympics, I think was another big step.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about the changes that have happened for you personally. Was it a smooth transition when you moved back to California?
No, it was tough, very, very tough, because Philippines was home, and to LJ and the kids and I, the Philippines will always be home, but circumstances, dictated, a move, for our family, to be, for one, to be closer to family, and obviously, and just to be in a better space for our kids, especially during the pandemic. But again, Bill, when you're somewhere for 20 years and you make a move, back across to the other side of the world, it was a huge adjustment. Left a lot of family and friends and people that we've met through the years, but again, it was definitely a family decision. Getting a chance to see my parents more often has been a huge blessing, and at the same time, I think, again, it kind of laid down an opportunity to try to seek an opportunity in the NBA. And again, I'm thankful. God's plan for not just myself, but more importantly our family, has got us here to Sacramento. And I'll tell you, Bill, being here in Sacramento, I tell people all the time when I see Filipinos here and they offer their congratulations and they say, wow, you're the NBA. And I tell them, it's amazing to be here in Sacramento because the love and passion that the community here has for the game and has for the Kings is the exact same love and passion that Filipinos have for basketball.
What do you miss most about the Philippines?
What do I miss most? Obviously just the people that we've built relationships with, over the years. Again, Bill, Manila was home, and it was home for a long time. But again, when you make a family decision, it's never easy. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just the people that I got a chance to build relationships with. I definitely miss, getting a chance to be in the PBA and see some of my guys who are still playing. I still see Gabe out there. I just seen him recently in Vegas during Summer League, and then the next week I see him in the province playing in that tournament, with Rain or Shine. So, just a handful of guys who are still around playing. When I played, LA, Jason, guys who are still Japet, guys who I spent a lot of time with the national team. It's great to see them still going. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see, who gets to the 3-point record first. Is it going to be LA or Marshall? I know James is even, James Yap is still back, trying to make a run at it too. So, I'm those are probably the things that I miss the most. Obviously, the beach. I know my wife misses the help that we had there for so long. But I'm really hoping my wife got a chance to go back to Manila this past summer, and spend time with family. I was, unfortunately, I was too busy here. Right after the season ended, we went to pre-draft and then summer league, and then right after summer league, we had our young guys back in town to train. So, but I'm really hoping after this upcoming NBA season that I may get a chance to go back to Manila and pay it forward to the game, Bill. Whether I do a weekend thing where I can hold a workout for some of the pro players and even some of the college players, and then maybe even do a clinic for the coaches just to to share what I'm learning here, because I think it's beneficial for both our players, to see some of the workouts that our players do daily, and then at the same time share what I'm learning with the coaches back home. I think it's a great thing.
I think we're all going to be looking forward to that, and let me know how I can help. I'll help you any way I can.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Jimmy. I know how busy you are, and thanks for making time to talk to me.
No, absolutely, Bill. Again, so great to see you. So great to see that you're doing better. I know not just myself, but a lot of people back in Manila are happy to see that you're doing well and looking strong. So it's great to see you.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Simula pa lang po yan, sa linggong ito, marami tayong makakapanayam na bagamat hindi makakapunta rito sa studio ay makakausap natin ng personal, at isa na dyan si international boxing contender Carl James Martin, si Olsen Rosella at si Andy Mark Barroca. Yan po ay naka-schedule nating makapanayam nitong linggong ito, kaya abangan nyo, tuloy-tuloy na po tayo sa Hardball sa pagpapalakas ng ating programa. At sa ating pagbabalik, makakapanayam naman natin ang kauna-unahang Grandmaster sa chess sa Asia, si Eugene Torre. Lahat ng yan sa pagpapatuloy ng
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Kanino ka ba dapat maniwala? Tandaan, tanghali na lang ang tapat. Tutok na dito lamang sa DWAN 1206, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas. Hindi ka mag-aalinlangan sapagkat walang kasinungalingan dahil ang hatid sa inyo ay balitang tapat at walang kinikilingan.
Relearn the history and dive into the untold events of the Philippines with Governor Antonio Tony Cerillas as your guide. Join us every Saturday to unearth the important stories that shaped our nation's past that you should know. People should know, only here on DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas. Bangon, bagong Pilipinas! Isabay nyo kami sa inyong mga agahan at sigurado na ang pinakamaiinit na balita at impormasyon ang magbibigay gabay sa inyo sa simula ng panibagong araw. Simula ng bawat umaga na may alam at pakialam. Kasama si Alice Noel. Dito lang sa DWAN 1206 AM, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas.
Samahan niyo ako, ang inyong pambansang pantanggal umay, kaka Mark Logan, na maghahatid ng tawanan, kulitan, at positive vibes lang. Kalogan, 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 kalogan. Narito na ang inaabangang kalogan sa radyo, dito lang sa DWAN 1206 AM. The future of AM radio, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Nagpapatuloy ang ating programang Hardball with Bill Velasco, at ngayon naman nasa linya ng telepono ang isa pang matagal na nating kaibigan at hinahangaan na walang iba kundi si Eugene Torre. Good morning, Eugene. Kumusta ka na?
Hi, good morning, Bill. Good to know that you're back and up and about.
Oo, maraming salamat, Eugene. I understand that you just had cataract surgery. Are you okay already?
Yeah, got my second left eye, a week ago. So, almost fully recovered.
Oh, mas malinaw na ang mata mo sa mata ko.
Yeah.
Ako wala pang schedule eh.
I see. Talagang it becomes much clearer, huh? I could not believe it. Yeah.
Wow. I wanted to talk a little bit about how chess really exploded during the pandemic. Did you expect that to happen?
Well, analyzing, because we have the online tournament, so I did not expect that it will be so popular, during the pandemic. But I had an inkling, that among the many sports we have, chess will, not be so much affected by the pandemic.
How come?
Well, because we could play online.
Okay. Tapos
That's
ano,
the beauty,
so how did having a professional chess league develop of all times during the pandemic when people could not see each other?
Yeah, because of the online of the sport or the game of chess, the tournaments can continue online despite the pandemic. So that was done, and it was possible, So that's very good. That's one advantage of chess over other sports, where they have to meet really physically.
All right. And also you became the first chess player in the Philippines to have a professional license. How does that feel?
Well, that's good naman, no? That's great, and good thing. Many of our local chess players are, enjoying this privilege and this possibility to earn a little more because of this competition.
All right. How does that work? Because as far as we know, you play abroad, you represent the country, and people didn't realize that there are professional chess tournaments. So what is the difference?
Well, actually, chess, without defining it, more or less we are professional because usually we play in tournaments with prizes. So we are applicable both sides, professionals or the non-professionals. So chess is for everybody.
We often discuss on this program how kung yung pagbabago ng maraming sport, 'di ba? Halimbawa, basketball, lumalaki yung mga player, they become more athletic. Same in gymnastics and so on. Sa chess ba anong nagbago in the last few years or so?
Well, that's the beauty of chess kasi. Ang chess kasi para sa lahat eh. Matanda, bata, and lahat ng edad pwede ang chess. Kaya nga naging very popular yan. And especially since merong mga age group na, as young as 7 or 8-year-old, and then up to 19 and 19 and below. So, and then we also have the senior events, and then of course we have the open events. So it's open for everybody, and that's one of the reasons na chess is very popular now. Even seniors, we have tournaments for seniors. So, and the more reason, I think it is much appreciated ng mga seniors na kailangan din ito, especially para ma-avoid yung yung mga sakit na if you're getting old, like dementia and Alzheimer, etc. So maraming benefits ang chess. Most especially pag na-apply, yun ang sinasabi ko parati, kung ma-apply yung principles ng chess sa buhay.
Could you explain that a little more?
Yung pag-apply kasi sa buhay, siyempre pag naglalaro tayo ng chess, hinahanap mo parati yung best moves.
Okay.
Sa buhay, kung hopefully ma-apply din natin, so we shy away from mga blunders. Di ba? Pag naglalaro ka ng chess, you avoid blunders. Very obvious naman yung mga blunders sa buhay. Di ba?
Totoo.
Bill, yung mga, alam mo yun yung mga drugs, no?
Yeah.
Blunder, yung mga sigarilyo, etc. So alam na natin yung mga negatives, yung mga hindi eating not healthy food. So lahat yan. And then of course yung mga good moves like exercise. So kung ma-apply kasi yung mga principles ng chess sa buhay, I think it will benefit a lot yung mga chess players o yung mga in general marami ang magbe-benefit, no? So yun ang very important na always looking for the best moves in any situation, not only on the chessboard but most especially in life.
You've been playing chess for over half a century already and representing the country. You've inspired a lot of young chess players. What keeps you going, Eugene?
Well, as I just mentioned, I realized na pag na-apply pala ang chess sa buhay, maraming benefits, and hopefully that's why I try to encourage especially yung mga young players na to try to apply yung natutunan sa chess, yung attitude na required ng chess, yun ang ma-apply sa buhay. Kaya until now, I'm still very active to promote chess. Kasi yun nga ang nakikita ko. And especially since many of our sports involve physical, no? But very few. And pinaka most popular yung chess regarding pag-promote ng ating mental attributes. Alam naman natin na hindi pwede lang puro physical. Kailangan na pinopromote din natin yung mental attributes natin. Hindi naman pwedeng puro mental. Kailangan din niya pinopromote yung physical attributes natin.
How challenging is it to help kids develop the patience for chess? Kasi puro lang instant gratification, palaging naka-gadget. How do we get them away from electronic devices and more into chess?
Well, kasi sa chess, in the first place, yung chess entertaining din, no? Exciting. So hopefully, rather than yung mga ibang mga games, hopefully doon sila ma-involve sa chess. Kasi yung chess kasi may mga requirements yung importante yung discipline, of course, tapos yung common sense, yun ang hinahanap sa chess. Maraming mga attributes natin na develop through chess. Kaya nga in the first place ang chess is a mental sport, and we all know very well na yung sports ay napopromote yung discipline. That's why nga ang tawag sa sports is discipline. So very important na kasama ang chess sa mga disciplines kasi very mental talaga yung requirement ng chess. Yun, so although we have to promote also ourselves physically, although mga chess players kami. So very important yun.
Yeah, because your sport also needs a lot of endurance, hindi ba? Lalo na pag tournament,
definitely. Lalo na pag natatalo ka. Hindi naman pwedeng parati kang panalo. So pag natatalo ka, kailangan matibay yung katawan, makarecover ka agad. Buti sana kung after ka matalo, wala na. Hindi ganun sa chess
Oo.
Sa Olympiad, meron kaming mga 11 rounds. O pag natalo ka on the third round, kailangan makarecover ka kagad. And definitely, if you are very important na you are in good shape para makarecover kagad. And then yung attitude na dapat natitrain ka na uh, ano mo, parang i-segregate mo yung talo mo as quickly as possible para maka-recover ka sa next na laro mo. Actually, yung measure ng mga great players, actually, yung pag natalo, kung paano sila maka-recover quickly. Kasi lahat naman kami natatalo eh. Pero yung mga great players, nakaka-recover quickly. So, yun ang importante. So, there was a time, mayroon din akong instance na hindi agad ako naka-recover. So, yung mga succeeding games ko affected. So, but thankfully, I realized na kailangan charge it to experience. Ang importante lang, you know yourself na well-prepared ka, binigay mo lahat, yung pati pag-promote mo ng iyong health, nabigay mo lahat before the event. So, no regrets, no? Matalo ka, madali mong matanggap.
Okay. What if how do we go about promoting chess more, particularly to spectators, no? Kasi a lot of people don't know how to watch chess. Paano ba natin matuturuan yung audience na to appreciate chess more?
Well, marami nang nag-appreciate ng chess,
Okay.
you know why? Because especially since ang World Chess Federation na-recognize na rin yung rapid chess,
Oh, okay.
which is mga nag-average siya ng mga 40 minutes the whole game maximum. And then yung lalo na yung blitz chess na maximum na yung 10 minutes tapos na. So kasi before naboboring yung mga nanonood yung mga long game namin eh. So the World Chess Federation realized that. That's why pinromote din nila yung rapid chess at saka yung blitz chess. May sarili ng ratings ang blitz chess saka rapid chess at mayroon na ring official championship every year. Ang nagcha-champion nga diyan si Magnus Carlsen pa rin eh. Si Magnus Carlsen naglalaro siya sa blitz and rapid championship, world championship. Pero sa nag-beg off na siya doon sa standard chess, yung long game. Although he was the defending champion, mukhang nag-i-enjoy siya sa rapid chess saka sa blitz chess.
It's more of a mental challenge also to play faster, no?
Yeah, well, both, lahat yun, very challenging mentally and also physically. Lahat yun, standard, rapid, blitz. Ang maganda lang sa blitz, mabilis matapos eh. Usually in 2 days tapos na eh. And then yung rapid siguro mga 3 days tapos na rin. So kaya nga very popular din yung rapid and blitz eh. Towards the end of the year, mayroon tayong official world championship event na on that regards on those competitions.
All right. Probably as my last question, Eugene, how is the Philippines doing now internationally? Where would you place the Philippines?
Well, siguro based naman dun sa performance natin, siguro nasa kunyari 200 nations. Nasa second group tayo siguro. Assuming na meron sigurong 5 groups, no? Nasa second group tayo, no? So, very difficult na kasi to advance further kasi very popular na rin ang chess and well supported. So, yeah, andyan lang tayo. But hopefully, dito sa mga tuloy-tuloy na programa ng ating National Chess Federation of the Philippines, maka-discover din tayo ng mga exceptional talents, no? Yun ang mahirap kasi, ma-discover eh. We discovered one, si Wesley So.
Yeah.
Kaya lang, nasa US na siya. Ang US kasi magaling recruit eh. Yung member ng national team kung saan nanggaling yung isa sa Armenia, si Grandmaster Aronian. Meron din sa Cuba si Grandmaster Dominguez. Kung saan yung tapos si Wesley So. So, but anyway, tayo, talagang pure Filipino yung mga ating members, and well, we are proud of that. Hindi tayo nagre-recruit. So, well, it's very tough. Pero importante naman diyan, kung wala pang nadidiscover na exceptional, ang tingnan na lang natin yung effect ng chess sa mga chess players, especially sa ating mga kabataan.
Yes.
Yun ang tingnan natin, na yung discipline na napopromote out of these sports, no? Kaya nga very popular ang sports all over the world kasi nga napopromote yung discipline. Yan pa naman ang kailangan natin sa
Tama.
dito sa ating bansa. Marami sa atin kulang sa disiplina. Pero tignan mo pag napunta tayo doon, saan yan? Diyan sa Subic.
Oo.
Ang babait
Napapasunod.
naman ng sumusunod naman.
Oo.
And the
Enforcement.
beauty of chess, hindi pwede illegal moves.
Oo.
So hopefully nga, ma-apply ng ating mga kababayan yung principles ng chess na bawal ang mga illegal moves.
Okay.
Ang problema kasi, okay, puro legal moves sa chess, pero sa buhay, hindi nga na-apply. Gumagawa pa rin ng mga illegal moves. So, well, pero looking forward tayo. Kaya nga tuloy-tuloy yung pag-promote natin sa chess and sports in general dahil alam natin na napopromote yung discipline.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Eugene, and thank you for everything you've done for the sport. God bless you.
My pleasure, Bill. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you also.
Yan po si Eugene Torre, ang talagang wala pong katapat sa buong ASEAN pagdating sa chess. At sa aming pagbabalik, syempre, ang ating panayang pagpapasalamat sa ating mga tagapagsubaybay. Lahat ng yan sa pagpapatuloy ng
Hardball with Bill Velasco. Be ready to move, and groove with DJ Gabby as we blend the beats of the past with the moves of today. Let's dance the afternoon away with the one's groove.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet?
Calling all night owls and soul seekers. Listen to the Overthoughts podcast. Podcast every weekday, Monday to Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. as we unravel the complexities of our thoughts, one ponder at a time. Tune in and embrace the journey with your Gen Z hosts, Sam and Joe. Sit back, relax, and get ready to heal your inner child. Only here on the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Hardball. Mas pinaganda ang morning when we celebrate our own blessings. Tara at sama-sama tayong enjoyin ang araw na punong-puno ng pag-asa at saya. Dito lamang sa D1 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Ang bagong radyo ng Pilipinas. Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Ngayon naman, syempre, lubos tayong nagpapasalamat at nagpupugay sa mga kaibigan natin na laging nakikinig sa Hardball with Bill Velasco. Zandro Chona, Florence Tejuco, Latrell Robles, Josel Julian, Mariel Tubil, Jello Calixtro, Camille Kate, Bien Santiago, Angela Claire, Yana Dantis at Daniela Sanggalang. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. At isama na rin natin dyan si Dr. Jonathan Samson sa Teeth for Life Clinic dyan po sa Makati. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. At sa mga pasyente ninyo, you have gone to the right place. Dahil pagdating po sa pagpapaganda ng ating mga ngiti, ay si Doc John ang pinakamagaling dyan. At yan po ang ating programa para sa araw na ito. Muli, ako si Bill Velasco at abangan ninyo palagi ang Hardball with Bill Velasco. Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 11 ng umaga hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali dito lang sa DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio, ang radyo ng bagong Pilipinas. Kita tayo bukas.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.